And now we have something compact, convenient, and easy to carry that is going to change the way you operate in the garden. This is from our friends at Bernini. It is a 40-foot compact fabric garden hose on a reel. You're saving $24 if you pick it up today. It should be $59. You're able to get it for $34.99, but this is a clearance price, which means there is no reorder on this. This is going to have that fireman nozzle that goes from that direct spray to a fine mist super easily. It is light, it can be hung, and you've got some great color options as well. So we have for you in studio, we have our graphite, which is that great gray color. We have our cobalt blue. We only have 4 dozen left in that, and then you can see you've got that ability to hang it as well. And then last but not least, we have that moss option, but there are fewer than 200 in our moss. And I'm going to welcome in my friend John Yeiser, who brings us all of the incredible ways to elevate our outdoor life with Bernini. John, it's great to be with you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I appreciate regarding the hose. Basically what this is this started the whole trend. All those hoses you see on TV, they all started here at QVC with this hose, literally almost 25 years ago. Now, what makes it so amazing is that the hose is literally made from the same technology that firemen have been using for years. It's a flat fire hose technology. What that means is, I'm gonna hold this up, is that what that means when I hold it like this, you can see how thin it is right here. That's what allows it to store super compact. That's what allows it to be super flexible, which is why firemen use it, because it's tangle free. And the best part is, watch what happens when I pick the reel up right here and I go to wind it up, is that I can wind the entire length of the hose up in just seconds onto this reel, which is literally the size of a dinner plate. So what that means is that when I'm all done with the hose and I need to store it, look how skinny it stores. All of that, the entire 40-foot length is included right here and stores that easy to go. Now, it actually stays flexible in the winter. So right now it's starting to get warm, but we all know what it's like in fall or when it's those cool mornings. When you get those green garden hoses out, we all know what happens. They get stiff and difficult to work with because they don't like the cold weather. This stays flexible to minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. That just means you never have to worry about it getting difficult to work with.
Right. It's really so impressive that you're able to really put this anywhere. You know, when I think of my garden hose, I think of my parents had this one that was in the box outside, and I refused to open that thing because I knew that there was some sort of critter or bug in there. And this,
or winding it back up.
Yes.
Because when you have to pull that out, like winding those old rubber hoses up, as you can just see right there, they're difficult. You almost don't even want to pull them out of the hose holder because you don't even have to wind it back up. But here, it's going to make winding up a breeze. You never have to worry about winding it up. We wanted to make hose and the use of your hose super easy to use. It also comes with a fireman nozzle as well. And watch what happens here when the hose inflates. It goes to the full 5/8 inch diameter, and then it comes with this power nozzle, so you get all the power you need on the hose without the difficulty of using it.
Right, and all you have to do today is pick which color you want to get home for $34.99. If you're looking for the Father's Day and Mother's Day gifts that they didn't know they needed and now they can't live without, this is it. Do not miss out on the clearance price, because that means when it's gone, you will not see it again. You decide whether you want our graphite, our cobalt blue. We only have 40 remaining in the cobalt blue, so if you have this in your cart, this is the time to check out. And then we have our moss. Our moss is in the final 190, so that will be next to go. 3 easy payments of $11.66. I love that this can be hung. It is lightweight.
Yes.
You can clear off that patio, but when you are done working, it is easy to just bring right back.
Exactly. And that was the goal. And if you think about it, when I was just realizing the value here at $34.99, you're getting a reel, you're getting a 40-foot hose, and then when we're all done winding this up, which just takes seconds, watch what's at the other end of the hose. You're getting a fireman nozzle. Fireman nozzle, a hose, and a reel all in one, ready to go, and it makes storing and using your hose super easy.
Right, and that fireman nozzle is really impressive. And there's also not a great way to store your hose during the winter months. So the fact that you're not only getting something compact, but you're also getting that fireman nozzle power is really impressive.
Exactly. And it's, as you can see, that nozzle right there. Now, that nozzle, people have loved it over the years at QVC. It's very simple. It has a multi-function spray pattern, so it goes from a jet spray to a fan spray. All you need, all included, and it works great on low water pressure. But the best part is that the hose is super easy to manage. And as you can see here, literally it's tangle free. I'm like tying a knot into the hose and then pulling it like this. And all I'm doing is just demonstrating when you get this hose at home, it just means it's easy to use. Now, this is made of extremely high quality. And the reason is that we wanted to make sure we use the best material. Inside is polyurethane. You might see other hoses out on the market. They don't use polyurethane. That means it's good to minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. That means it lays super flat when it's not being used. I mean, this is just thicker than a piece of paper almost, a little
Right.
thicker, but still you get my point. And what that means is by making it thin when you're not using it, it means it's super easy to wind up and put away. And then when you do use it, it inflates and expands to a full diameter so you don't have to worry about any problems. Now, I also love using it. A great way to use it is take it out of the reel. If
Okay.
you're using it regularly, I recommend taking it out of the reel and either coiling on the ground or put it in your standard hose reel. Wait till you wind this up on a standard hose reel. It will be the most magical hose you've ever used because when you put it on a standard reel, you can use it over and over again, and you can leave it full of water. You don't have to worry about draining the water out, but it means that it works perfectly. Now, no more fighting with this old
Right.
rubber hose. Wind your hose up easy with the storage reel that it comes with. You go buy a car tire with those rubber hoses, they get stuck on the car tire, not with the Hydro hose by Bernini. Also, that means it's so lightweight, excuse me, that it doesn't actually tangle on your flowers and rip the plants out, and you don't lose any water pressure. We all know what this happens with those heavy hoses, but with the Bernini compact hose, it actually snakes right through your garden with ease. So lightweight that anyone can use the hose because it's easy to pull around your yard.
Right. I think of someone like my parents who, love to be out there doing the yard work. My dad is always washing the car with a hose, but you are lugging that heavy hose or
Yes.
trying to get back to, the box you have the hose in. This is that
Correct.
great way to truly just be on the move, have something compact, lightweight, great for every chapter of life. It is a clearance
Yes.
price. You will not see this again. When it is sold out, it is out of here. So we are getting super limited in our colors. You have the option of a graphite. Our cobalt blue has now dropped down to 30. So this is the time to check out of those carts. Do not miss out on the chance to get that. And then our moss will be next to go. We only have
My favorite
170 left in that moss. I do love this moss. And
Yeah.
we have a hose nozzle coming up from you a little later on.
Yes.
That we could pair with this, and you're getting really
Exactly
the best
correct.
of both worlds.
They look perfect together. You're absolutely right. We matched the colors this year between our hoses and our nozzles, and that nozzle you're going to love. It's a great addition to this if you want extra power to be able to use around your yard. Now, again, we're winding the hose up super easy. What does that mean? It means when you're all done winding up, it stores in something the thickness of almost a dinner plate. It's super lightweight, easy to carry around. Now, if you have a boat, an RV, or just want to be able to put the hose away easy during the wintertime and you don't want to leave it out and have that big ugly mess, watch what happens when you take the hose out of the reel. And again, look how compact and easy it is to use. It literally, I can actually tie it into a knot and it doesn't stay in a knot because it's super flexible. Uses polyurethane on the inner liner. That's actually better than a lot of the hoses out in the industry. Highest quality. It means it's good to minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. That just means it's super thin so that when it stores flat, like you can see here, it stays so it doesn't take up a lot of space. It inflates to the full diameter when you add water pressure to it, and that way it works without losing any performance. And when you're all ready to go, you just wind the hose up like this with ease. Now, I want to show everyone a little trick.
Okay.
Right here, there's actually a guide. Now, and I didn't put it in the guide. I'm going to set it back in. Right here, there's a guide. What I recommend everyone doing is just rotate this guide so that it covers this up, and that keeps the hose from popping out. So that way, if that's locked in position like that, when you go to wind it up, it stays in the guide and doesn't pop out.
I mean, you have truly thought of everything to make life a whole lot easier when we are doing those daily tasks out in the garden. I can't believe that we are getting so limited in this because this is the time of the year that you are going to want to reach for this every single day. So make sure you pick this up. Think of the last time you opened up your hose or went to go get your hose out. Was there a knot, and how long did it take you to get that knot out? Gone are those days, thanks to Bernini. You decide whether you want our graphite, the cobalt blue, which is getting super limited. We have our final 2 dozen left in our cobalt blue, and then we have our moss option, which is that great green, but that will be next to go. We only have 170 left in that. If you have not tried this hose, you have 30 days to return it. This is the time to pick it up. It's item number M94458, but if your color sells out, it will not be back in because it is a clearance price. 3 easy payments of $11.66 to get something home that is lightweight, it is compact, it is convenient, and then you have that fireman nozzle on that. So that is going to give you that direct, great spray, fireman approved, as John said, and then it also goes down to that fine mist. So you're really getting everything you need, and if you stick around, We do have a great hose nozzle as well that's coming up that is ergonomically correct and going to make life even more easy, because that really is what Bernini brings us, just ways to elevate and make life hassle-free in our gardens.
Yes, exactly. That's our goal.
Now,
thank you so much.
absolutely.
And again, we just wanted to make it super easy to work with your hose, as you mentioned. And when you wind this up, you're going to store it in something the size of a dinner plate. It's that easy to do, and hang it up and it's ready to go.
Right. I mean, it is so lightweight. It is perfect. This is the answer to those prayers every time you are wrestling with the hose. 3 easy payments of $11.66 will get it home. If you pick it up today, you're saving $24. But do not go anywhere, because John will be joining us in a little bit to talk about our Bernini